Somehow technology always finds a way to not work. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video was one I was really hoping I wouldn't have to make, but the reality of the situation is this year we're not going to be able to see a lot of our friends and family the same way we usually do during the holiday season. But that doesn't mean we can't see their faces and catch up with them and enjoy their company just virtually. So I figured in today's video I would give you some tips and ideas for hosting a virtual holiday party. These can work for any holiday that you celebrate, so let's just go ahead and get started. My first tip is simple, but it is going to save you so much headache, and that's testing out whatever virtual platform you're gonna be using ahead of time, before the day of. It's gonna save you so much stress and so much anxiety if you already know what you're doing. So if you don't know how to use Zoom, I do have a couple videos on my channel on how to use it. I'll link them up here and in the description box down below. So make sure you know how to use it, test it out ahead of time so you know that your sound works, that your camera works, all that stuff, so on the day of you can just enjoy yourself and not worry. But the same goes for Google Hangouts or FaceTime. Make sure you know how to use it because it will just make sure you can enjoy your day and not be worried about your technology. Zoom has a 40-minute time limit. If you're using the free version and you're hosting the meeting, you can only host a 40-minute meeting or party. So if you want to do something longer, you will have to upgrade your plan, which I do show you how to do in one of my previous videos. But Zoom is doing a special for Thanksgiving Day. If you're not in America, that's November 26th, where they are doing unlimited time for all meetings. So if you're hosting a Thanksgiving party, you don't have to worry about upgrading your plan. On Thanksgiving Day, it will be unlimited and free. My next tip is organizing some sort of game or activity. Otherwise, people do tend to talk over each other a lot, especially if you have a lot of people that are gonna be on your party. Bingo is always a classic, and honestly, if you go on Etsy, you can just search holiday bingo, whatever holiday you celebrate, and there's bound to be a bingo game available for that holiday. And you can just get it in a digital download it, you can email it to all of your guests, and that way everybody can play bingo together on your Zoom. Another good one is Kahoot. If you've never played Kahoot, it's kind of like a trivia game where people can click the answers on their phones. So that way people aren't shouting out answers, especially on a Zoom, you're not sure who was the first person to say something. So Kahoot is a really good option. I will leave a link in the description box to a video on how to play Kahoot if you're interested in learning more about that. Another really easy thing you can do is asking each person to share something that they're grateful for. Obviously, the holiday season is all about being with friends and family and just being thankful for what we have. This year, that may feel a little bit more difficult, so especially this year, I think that would be a great activity to do. You can email everyone ahead of time and let them know that you're going to be doing this so that nobody's put on the spot trying to scramble to come up with something really meaningful and deep. But this is a great way to kind of have a little activity on your Zoom if you don't want to play a game. Tip number 3 is encouraging your guests to dress up in some sort of theme. It could be crazy sweaters, crazy hats, something that gets them out of their pajamas for the night. Even if it's just from the waist up, and even if you're not leaving your living room, it is fun to have something to dress up for, even if it is for just a virtual party. Tip number 4 is gift related. So if you did want to do gifts this year, a good idea would be to buy the gift, wrap it, and then mail it inside of another box. So that way, if you go onto your Zoom and you want to open presents together, people can actually open like a wrapped gift instead of something that was just shipped to them in a normal shipping box. It does make it feel more like the holidays, and that's something that I know I'm definitely gonna miss this year, is going to a family holiday party and everybody opening up presents. So that's a good way to do presents if you want to do that over Zoom. Tip number 5 is sending a party favor to everyone. Again, this does take time and money and effort to put together, but it is super fun. I know my mom just had a friend's birthday party and she sent them all mini bottles of champagne for the party. So they all got to have a little toast together, and it was just really fun for everybody to receive a little gift in the mail and have something to do that made you feel like you were all together even if you weren't. And it doesn't have to be alcohol related, it could be anything. You could send people party hats or Santa hats or something so that you can all feel like you're together in the same room even if you are in different parts of the world. Tip number 6 is making your little area that you're gonna be showing people festive in some way. It could be even just doing a virtual background on Zoom to look like you're sitting in front of a Christmas tree or a bunch of presents or something like that. But you could also actually sit in front of your Christmas tree or sit in front of any of your home decor that's a little bit more festive. And if everybody did that, then the whole screen would be filled up with holiday cheer and it would look super fun for everybody. Tip number 7 is if you don't want to go through the hassle or the time of mailing things to your guests, you can come up with either a menu or a specialty cocktail and send it to your guests ahead of time and have them pick up the supplies that they need and do it themselves. And that way, when you all sit down and log into your Zoom, you're all either drinking the same cocktail or eating the same dessert, which again kind of makes it feel like you're all in the same room, in the same party, even if you are just sitting at home in your living room on a computer. You could also do a cookie decorating contest where you could offer to send the winner a prize, and that definitely motivates people to actually try a little bit harder in their decorations to make them fun and a little bit competitive, but again, just really festive and something that everybody can do together. Tip number 8 is pretty technologically advanced. So if you are tech savvy, then this one is for you. I would say a really good way to kind of enhance your virtual party experience is by putting everybody up on your TV screen, either by plugging your computer in with an HDMI or doing AirPlay to your Apple TV, something like that. I really just do love being able to like sit on my couch and look up at a TV and see everybody a little bit bigger rather than just kind of like huddling around a computer screen or seeing everybody on a tiny phone. It's really nice to have people up on the TV. You can make the volume louder. So it definitely feels more like people are in the room when they're bigger and not just on a little iPad or on a phone. Again, if you're gonna do this, I would recommend testing out all the technology ahead of time. I've had many Zoom faux pas this year trying to set my computer up to the TV, even though it's something I do all the time. Somehow technology always finds a way to not work, so don't forget to test it out ahead of time. And my last tip is sharing some music. Obviously, if you were to have a party in real life, it would be weird if there were no background music. So you can do the same thing virtually. On Zoom, you can share your audio, and I will show you how to do that right now. So if you open up your Zoom account, and this is if you're the host, of course, if you go to share screen and click on advanced, you can share music or computer sound only. So that way everybody at the party can still see your face, but there is some sort of light background music, festive music to kind of keep the party alive. And if you aren't using Zoom, you can of course just turn background music on in your house or on a little speaker next to your computer quietly, so that way people can still kind of hear the festive music playing in the background. And you can do that with Zoom as well, but Zoom I know at least has the feature where you can share your sound. That's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments what holiday you're celebrating this year and if you are doing it virtually, if you use any of these tips or have any other tips to make your virtual holidays more fun for your guests. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate the support, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.